Hey everyone, we're going to be starting the show. I hope you enjoy the project I have in store for you. So, welcome! Today we're on the 13th episode of the Digital Design Show. Now, we got something very simple for you today. Today I'm just going to do a graphic that would go on like a t-shirt or something with the catchphrase, "I'm a unicorn too." So let's bring up our media source. So today's project was very simple to do, but I needed to start off with creating a repeating pattern. The repeating pattern I needed was an opalescent type because I'm going to be using it to distinguish my unicorn hoof. Now I actually created two types. One was this streaky one that could be used like fur on the horse or unicorn, I should say. And then this one here is more like what would be for the hoof, because it's the hoof is a nail on the horse. Now let's get on to the actual graphic. Now I'm going to be using a picture that I brought from Pinterest of a horse's hoof. This is just going to be my template. Now I'm going to center it within the graphic outline that I needed. Now I'll have to create a couple of layers. First one, this pixel layer, is in order to get the coloring on the fur portion. Now, since I like painting, rather than just do an outline and quick selection, we're just going to paint it in. We're going to get the trimmings of fur in place, but we're going to do this whole portion just a solid blue in order to have an area that I can apply the repeat pattern to. Now, painting for me is just a bit more calming. Helps me clear my mind and really add unique touches that I could not do otherwise. But the main portion was the fact that I was calming my mind. Letting the brush just flow, and yeah, I could have done this a lot quicker, but I think it worked out a lot better doing it this way. It's just allowed me the moment of creation. In order to take some time, in order to clear my mind and figure out exactly what I want. This simple process is just like coloring in a coloring page for me. Yeah, we're getting closer to the top. Yes, I could have done this a lot more quickly, but I was in the moment and just wanted to paint. So So we'll just continue filling things in. We're almost there. And in any case, how do you guys like the new portion of me? Right now I am using a program called 310 in order to control my all movement. I am hoping that this is producing a clearer image, less pixelation. Alright, so we're on to the next portion, the next layer that I needed to create, which is of course the hoof. This one I decided to actually just go around, select the area, do it a little more quickly. Of course, I had to make sure that it was underneath the first section that I created. There we go. Now we'll just fill in. And you notice that I left a little bit of gap. That section near the bottom is actually going to be for the golden horseshoe that I'm going to be putting on. As you know, horseshoes bring in luck. And of course, a golden horseshoe brings even greater luck. So we're just going to paint it in and then apply the golden effect in order to give that metallic look. So let's go into the effects bar, bring up the swatches, and we'll choose my golden one. I realized at this point that I should have made that horseshoe a different color. So let's move that to the right color. Go into the yellows, so more of a bronzy tone. There we go. That looks a bit better. We'll bring in the hoof. Oh, now of course, playing around with the effects. So, the effects was the one thing I was having a lot of fun with in this piece. You'll find out that I used it actually quite a bit. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, that looks about right. We'll use that bit. Just adjust a few of the settings. Just to give it the right balance. I'm hoping to get rounded off like a... Hey, Nick and Stace. It's going good. How about you? Okay. I think I should be done with the settings now. A little bit further. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, there's a little bit of gap. I may have to redo this. Not a problem. Just grab the paintbrush, fill in this area. That looks good. So let's see, a little bit further. Okay, change a few things. I'm not quite satisfied with the way things are. See if we can try a different effect. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to play around with this. Try and get the right coloring. Yeah, this gradient just not going to cut. We gotta work on something else. Come on, bring me my bronzes. I need this to look more like a gold tone. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Okay, let's bring back all my layers. I've taken a bit of time outside of frame in order to add in my fill layers. Of course, masked off into the shapes that I did for the hoof as well as the leg fur. And then over the entire group, I applied a mask in order to get that faded look near the top. Now it's time to add a bit of text. So what brought this on was actually a phrase that my sister used called, "I'm a unicorn too." Yeah, Nick, I did. Well, I sort of traced a picture of an existing hoof. There we go. We'll just center this off, get to the right font size, and then right size. Let's see, which one will work? I think maybe about, I think about the a little bit further. Just so many font types. Gotta figure out which one works. Yeah, that's the right font for what I want to do. I'll just change the color. Yeah, something like that. Okay, size it up. I want this base color because I'm going to be applying an effect to it. And I want this particular effect, but because I wanted a warmer tone, that's why I put it as a yellow undertone. Okay, let's put this right about here. Okay, we're going to need some shapes. Of course, I have to rasterize it. Now, to really make it look like it was stomping magic, I took a keyframe from Saint Tail because I just wanted the ribbons and sparkle placement. I was more interested in the ribbons, how they spread out when they were hit a certain spot. So that's what I did, was just traced for the ribbons and then applied effects. Now I'm just adding a half circle that has one of my repeat patterns on a transparency in order to create the sparkles that go above it as well. Now we'll just show you the 4 strands. I did one strand in one type of effect and another set in more of a bluish tone. Let's make the background transparent because I want this to go onto t-shirts and not worry about what color the t-shirt is. And we'll just save this. And there we go. That's how I created this. And now to show you where you can actually find it. It's up on my Redbubble page called I'm a Unicorn Too. And it has, I basically placed it on every single product that Redbubble has an option for. So most prominent, it's got it on t-shirts. Yeah. Sorry about the phone call, but I have no